Hey everybody, Wolfie here. Sometimes you find the perfect piece of gear and you just want to tell everybody about it. Or if you lose it, you're going to buy the same piece of gear again. Well, that's what happened to me. Like I said to everybody before, my backpack got stolen. In fact, here's a video of how it occurred that night. This individual walking up, my backpack was in the truck. My truck was unlocked because you can see the weather was ferocious that day, and I had my granddaughter with me, so I grabbed her, rushed her in the house, and forgot to lock my vehicle. So got, got stolen. But in my backpack there was a piece of gear that I want to talk about, and that's gloves. So this time last year, first week of December, I was doing a shakedown hike, and the weather was supposed to be bad. And I knew, so I went on a shakedown hike. Well, the one piece of gear that I found wanting was gloves. So at that point in time, I had a pair of merino wool knit gloves that I was wearing, and I had a pair of fingerless mittens, the kind where you could fold down the back of the mitten. But at that point in time, it was raining. It was the last day on the trail. I was going to finish the Allegheny Trail and meet up with the Appalachian Trail, and it was sleeting, raining. My knit wool gloves were wet. The wind was blowing. My fingers were freezing. So I put on the mittens. It was raining so bad the mittens were getting wet. So I thought I'd solve that problem and get a pair of rain mittens. Well, the thing about rain mittens is you have to take them on and off when you're filming or taking pictures or whatever, and you have to stop, get them out of your pack, put them on, or have them ready to go. And that's not a good solution for me, because if I have to stop, I'm not doing it. So my first solution was to get these gloves. I'm not sure what brand they are, but they are really good gloves. All this front material allows you to use touchscreen on your phone, but they're relatively bulky, so it kind of keeps you from doing that. Enough to start a camera and stop a camera and switch between photo and video. You can do it if you're willing to fight with it. What's good about these gloves, though, in the back there's a zipper, and you can put stuff. One of the heating things inside of it, and that makes it good. But to me, it was still too bulky. So this comes from my favorite wool company. This comes from Mary Wool Layers. I like them better than Smart Wool, and they are cheaper, so I do recommend them. And I'll put a link to these gloves down in the description. But these are E-tip gloves on the thumb and the finger, so you can do the zoom out and zoom in. They work really well. Only problem I have with these gloves is I had a pair of these last year, and if you use trekking poles, about a week, 2 weeks in, these will start to go thin right here, and eventually they'll wear through. So when I got to Franklin, North Carolina at Outdoor 76, I discovered these gloves, and this is what I really want to talk about. So these are made by North Face. They are E-tip gloves, and I think they're called the Wind River gloves. I'm not sure. I will put a correction on screen. But, again, they got this beefed up layer here. They're nice. They're not real thick, so when I'm hiking, I tend to overheat in my hands first. So I want to take the gloves off so these still breathe. But what I like about them is in the cuff. This is the important part. So if you fold out the cuff, it comes out this, and you pull it up over your hand, and right there is a rain mitten and it protects you from the wind. This is what it was. These are not cheap gloves. They are anywhere from $50 to $75, depending on where you get them. But to me, they are well worth the money, and they're really lightweight. I need something thicker than that, what I do then is I take my Maria wool layer gloves and put them on underneath my North Face gloves. And since both of them are EPIP, they still work. So that's my advice today. But the thing about gear is you have to get what's right for you. You can't let anybody tell you. You can take advice. You can do research. But when it comes down to it, get what's right for you. With that being said, I went and I had a pair of these in my pack when I got stolen. They are good enough for me to go out, and instead of researching a bunch of times, I went out and found these when they were back in stock and bought the exact same items. So that should show you what my recommendation would be. With that being said, that's my gear tip today, and these are going with me. They're going in my pack right now, so I don't forget them. They'll be in my hip belt pockets. And you guys got any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and please like and subscribe. This is Wolfie, TTFN, ta-ta for now.